I've tried knitting a few times and honestly, it was always a bit of a struggle. I just couldn't seem to make my hands make the motions required. I switched to nooking and I think it's a game changer. Today I'm going to share 5 reasons why I think nooking is better for me and could be better for you too, especially if you're a crocheter or someone who finds traditional knitting just inaccessible. First off, let's talk about the tools. With nooking, you don't need a bunch of different needles and cables. You only need one set of hooks and you can crochet and knit with the same hooks. So if you're not sure whether you'd prefer knitting or crocheting, getting a set of nooks lets you test out both crafts with only one tool. If you already crochet, you don't even need to buy anything to try knitting. Just tape a piece of yarn to the end of a straight crochet hook and you've got a DIY nook. Also, instead of expensive interchangeable needles, you just use yarn. So you have unlimited flexibility in length and a use for all that scrap yarn in your stash. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly way to try a fibre craft, nooking is a great option. Knitting in the round is most people's preference when it comes to knitting, but small circumferences can be one of the most frustrating parts. Double-pointed needles, or DPNs, are an option, but they can be fiddly to manage and they're yet another tool that you have to buy. The magic loop method is popular, but this takes time to learn and create ladders, those annoying gaps between stitches where the cable bends. It works for some people, but not everybody loves it. You can also try using shorties, but again, it's more tools you have to buy. With nooking, you don't need any of that. You just keep working with the same hook, switch to a short piece of scrap yarn, and everything stays smooth and easy. I have to admit though, I still don't enjoy nooking fingers on gloves. I don't think there is any technique that makes that not fiddly. If you've ever knit a sweater, you know how annoying it is to try it on mid-project. You need cable extenders or try it on tubing, but even then that's a hassle, and again, more things you have to buy. But with nooking, your stitches are already on a lifeline. Simply tie off your ends with a slip knot, add in a stitch marker to make it extra secure, and try it on with zero fear of losing stitches. So you can try it on at any time, with no extra tools and no wasted time. Sometimes I try my project on every 3 rounds, especially if I'm doing bust shaping or deciding on length. One of my favourite things about nooking is that you're always knitting over a built-in lifeline. That means if you ever make a mistake, you don't have to painstakingly tink back stitch by stitch. When you spot a mistake, you can just pull out the hook and undo the stitches. Right back to where you started in an instant. Stitches are safe, no panic, no lost progress. Nooking is also great if you struggle with mobility, hand coordination, spasms, or wrist pain. Unlike traditional knitting, where you're managing 2 needles with your stitches close to the edges and often holding the weight of your project in the middle, nooking only uses 1 hook. I struggle with my grip, and dropping the project or needles when knitting would mean dropped stitches and even ladders in the project. But with nooking, the hook or the lifeline catches them should I drop anything, and I don't need to worry. You can also detach the hook from the lifeline at any time, so you're never supporting the full weight of the project on your forearm. When I tried using cables instead of scrap yarn, I found my project felt heavier and both my forearms ached after long stretches of knitting, and I'd need frequent breaks. But with nooking, I can work much longer without discomfort. For me, it's made big projects so much easier and more enjoyable. So if you've struggled with knitting or you just want to try something new, then nooking might be the perfect solution. Let me know in the comments if you've tried nooking, or if you have any questions about it, please just let me know. And to my lovely subscribers, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!